Hello, every pony. You might notice that um, Marcel Fruit User isn't here right now. That's because he's had an appointment. Probably on the moon somewhere. Because of some weird experiment I had. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Probably tomorrow. So, while he's off doing somewhere and Trixie's not able here to do anything else, I'm going to have to be your reader for tonight. So I guess this is the part where I shut up and actually start reading the fic. A Hearth-Warming Eve, A Princess Promenade, by Cloud Wander. Chapter 1, Winter Rollout. On a frosty winter morning, in hesitation before sunrise, Twilight Sparkle slipped out of the Golden Oaks library and eased the door shut so as to not disturb Aloysius and Spike. She paused to tighten her scarf, her breath puffing in the clouds around her. The gravel path crunched under her boots as she trotted across the darkened market square, toward the light of the house of the Sugar Cube corner. Another all-nighter, Twilight thought. Twilight girl, you need to stop this. Yes, Princess Luna's recommended reading list is very utterly fascinating, but you've got to slow down. If Ponyville has taught you anything, it's that the world doesn't revolve around old books. Slow down! Tiny clumps of snow clung to the corners of the buildings and to the edges of the path. A reminder the winter rollout had to come and gone, and that the cold was deepening. Twilight looked to her right and saw that a brightly colored notice had been posted under a street lamp. The Ponyville Playhouse presents a bold and awe-inspiring new interpretation of the immortal classic Hearth-Warming Eve, a moving and educational epic. Music, adventure, intrigue, and a few surprises. FUN for the whole family. All cast members drawn from proud Ponyville community. All volunteers for cast and crew are welcome. See sign up sheet at Ponyville Town Hall. Hearth-Warming Eve. Written and directed by Rainbow Dash. Twilight Sparkle hearted. Roused her head and rubbed her eyes. Whoa, I must be tired. That couldn't have said what I thought it said. Twilight looked at the poster again. It still read, Hearth-Warming Eve, written and directed by Rainbow Dash. No matter how long Twilight stared at it, the words just did not make sense. This calls for research, she thought. Then she shivered and her stomach rumbled. Maybe after breakfast. She trotted on out towards Sugar Corner. Twilight had been so wrapped up in her studies, she had forgotten that Hearth-Warming Eve was only a few weeks away. She considered it. Maybe that's just what I need. Something to get me out of the library for a while. Away from the temptations of Luna's messy tomes. The year before, Twilight had really enjoyed playing Clover Clever, the famed apprentice to the illustrious Starsworld of Bearded. It had been so exciting to be a part of the company. The rehearsals, the laughter with the other players, the fretting an hour upon stage, the glow, the applause afterwards. Yes, she sighed. I will volunteer for the play. Maybe I'll look into what Rainbow thinks she's doing and offer her a little extra organization. Twilight smiled to herself and trotted ahead, remembering her time treading the boards in Caroline. Thump! Twilight was shaken out of her reverie by an inclusive of another pony. Twilight had been lost in memory. She stopped right into her. Oh, I'm sorry, Twilight exclaimed, dancing back. That's all right, Miss Sparkle, said Derpy Hooves. I bump into folks all the time. Whoops! The little gray Pegasus checked that her mailbags were secure. The smile warmly at Twilight, her golden eyes glowing in the dim light. The bakery's not open yet. I know, I'm a little early, said Twilight. She looked at Derpy. Aren't you cold? You're not even wearing a scarf. Nah, I'm fine, said Derpy. She offered Twilight a slight grin. On cold mornings, I cheat a little. Look! Derpy held out one of her mailbags to show Twilight the side of the pouch that she kept close to her. This is my own idea, Derpy said. I made up these little comforters out of my old feathers that I cleaned up from around the house. When it's cold, I slip these feathers to the inner side of my bags and they warm me up. It's a big help on mornings like this. That's very clever, said Twilight. Derpy smiled at her. Thanks, Miss Sparkle. Derpy scattered a hoof to the ground. You know, Derpy said, I really like your new wings, but you're not using them right. Twilight startled. She looked at her back. Her wings were clenched tightly against her sides, out of the way. What's not right? What's not right? She asked. A quarter of cold warnings, Derby Hooves explained. You need to flip them up, like this, see? Feathers are warm. They keep the cold air away and let the warm air in. Try it! Derby tried to spread her wings over her back and sides. Why, Derby was right! The wings were like a blanket, holding their body heat. Derby, you're a genius, said Twilight Sparkle. Nah, the Pegasus is silly, laughed Derby Hooves. Oh, look, there's a cake! Carrot Cake appeared in the window of the chicken corner. He waved at Derby and Twilight, then went to the door. Come on, girls, get here, out of the cold! Derby and Twilight ran inside. The bakery was always warm. Twilight paused at the threshold to breathe. Ah, the bakery smells so good this morning. Are cinnamon buns ready? I would love to have a hot chocolate and cinnamon bun. Carrot Cake said, I apologize, Miss Sparkle, but the cinnamon buns will take a little more time. But I can prepare a cup of hot chocolate for you right away. Please take a seat, and I'll be with you directly. May I have hot chocolate too? For a moment, Carrot Cake almost glared at Derby. Then he remembered himself. Of course. 2 hot chocolates coming up. And apple muffin. Carrot Cake glanced towards Twilight Sparkle, then looked in the amber eyes of Derby Hooves, his most reliable customer, and surrendered. 15 minutes, okay? I'm sorry, I'm just a little distracted this morning. Yay! Exclaimed Derby. Twilight and Derby went back out to sit at the little booths that Syracuse Corner had kept for morning customers. Derby set her bags down. Carrot Cake returned shortly with 2 streaming stoneware mugs of chocolate with big dollops of whipped cream and shaved chocolate. Twilight accepted her cup, warming her hooves around it. In the darkness before dawn, Twilight Sparkle scrubbed the mist from the window of the Syracuse Corner and saw the market ponies were silently setting up their booths and stalls. Not so many, so late in the season, she thought. When the first big snow hits, the market will be empty. Look, there's Big Macintosh, putting his apple stand together as he does every morning, she observed. Oh, Celestia and Luna, I admire him so much. He's so like my brother, strong, and diligent, and gentle, as only the strong can be gentle. In the sky above her, a light flashed, and she wondered if even Rainbow Dash was getting an early start on a busy day. Twilight heard bright bubbles of Pinkie Pie laughter from the kitchen. Twilight smiled. You are my first friend in Ponyville. Have a great day, Pinkie. I'm stupid. I always have been stupid, thought Twilight Sparkle as she sipped her hot chocolate and looked down in the morning. Treasures have been arrayed for me, but I was always blind to them. Bless you, Celestia, for guiding me to Ponyville. You know what's really great about wings? asked Derby. Twilight looked up. Hugs. Wing hugs. There's a tiny bit of whipped cream on her nose. When I'm at home with my family, I can spread my wings over them and keep them all warm and safe. You just try it. Wing hugs are the best. Twilight Sparkle regarded Derby Hooves. The little gray Pegasus was absorbed into her chocolate, anticipating muffins. You should be the princess, not me, Twilight thought. I swear to you, Derby, that your wisdom will guide me today and from now on. Finally, Carrot Cake arrived with a tray of fresh apple muffins and cinnamon buns. Derby eagerly collected 2 of the former, while Twilight sat herself with one of the latter. Carrot Cake stood fussing with the tray for a bit, hovering over Twilight, and then there was a loud crash and louder laughter from the kitchen. Carrot Cake apologized to Twilight and retreated to his domain. Twilight looked after him sadly. I'm still Twilight Sparkle, Mr. Cake. You wanted to ask me to falset your babies, remember? She turned back to her cinnamon bun. After they had nibbled a bit, Derby spoke up. Oh, Miss Sparkle, are you looking forward to this year's transferring you play? I know I am. Twilight Sparkle laughed. I was thinking about that on the way over here, Derby. I decided to volunteer for the play. Oh, yay! Derby replied. Me too. Guess what? I'm in the cast. I'm actually going to be on stage. Really? Wow! Good for you, Derby. What role do you play? Twilight took a big sip of her hot chocolate. Commander Hurricane. There must be a spell for this, Twilight thought. This hot chocolate's either going up my nose or out out over the table. Think, girl. In the end, she managed to choke out a hot fluid. Ow! And did her best to smile at Derby. Really? Twilight said. Yes! Exclaimed Derby, bouncing with excitement. Director Dash told me I'd be the most authentic actor for the role. Director Dash? Authentic? asked Twilight. Derby tossed her blonde mane. Director Dash said the real Commander Hurricane was a blonde, like me! Twilight plucked at her cinnamon bun and considered that. It's true that Clover the Clever, in her commentaries, described Hurricane as sun-blessed, and that may mean he was blonde. But their ancient biographers often depicted great generals as flame-tressed or shining-haired, something to describe them as having fires or stars burning upon their brows. You see, Derpy, in the formulation of the heroic archetype, the writers sought to demonstrate illumination, in the sense that Twilight glanced not to look at Dorothy looking cross-eyed at her. Twilight nodded. Blonde. Blonde is good. Authentic. Dorothy shivered with excitement. I've been staying up. I usually don't read that much, but my family has been helping me, so I want to understand. helping me. I want to understand Hurricane, her world, her life. Try to think like she did. Woo, it's challenging, but I'm gonna do my best for Director Dash and for Ponyville. Twilight smiled. It's interesting, isn't it? Once you really try to understand another pony, there's so much you need to learn. It's hard to step out of your shoes into another's. But if you can't, the world just seems so much larger and richer. I know, Dorothy said, nibbling her muffin. Before, I only knew Commander Hurricane from the play. She seemed kind of mean, grrr. But after reading about the real Commander Hurricane, she seems more complicated than I thought. You're really smart, Twilight. What do you think about Commander Hurricane? Twilight tapped the table in thought. Her world and her biographers were not kind to her, I'm afraid. I think she was a great general, not because she won battles, but because she achieved victory without fighting, through bluff, intimidation, or negotiation. Her Castle of the Clouds, bringing the Craigslist tribe into the tent with the Griffins, was a triumph. She always fought to conserve her troops and protect her folk. She was fiercely proud and always bore the spear of Bellerophon, grandsire, the greatest champion of the Pegasus tribe. In my interpretation, Dorothy, Hurricane was driven by the needs of her tribe and her fear of not living up to the legacy of her family. And when she was last driven to the edge by the Ponyville of certain that the Pegasus tribe was doomed, only then she became a tyrant in her despair. Hurricane never expected to survive the Ponyville winter, you see. She went to Equestria to die for her tribe. It's almost cruel that she lived out after Hearthwarming Eve. In her apologia, she acknowledges her part in the conflict that empowered the Winged Ghost. After Hearthwarming Eve, she never carried the spear of Bellerophon again. She eventually resigned her command and lived a quiet life in obscurity until her death. Her entire fortune went to the One-Winged Pegasus Society that cared for her injured veterans. She wasn't a bad pony, she just made some bad decisions. Dorothy sat back, eyes shining. She was a mare of great valor, said Dorothy quietly. I'll honor her with my performance. Hurricane will go again, in me. This I vow. Uh-oh, thought Twilight. Yea, verily, shall I go now shall I go forth, declared there who was standing. She seized her mailbags and strapped it on. To deliver these messes, so vital to the life and welfare of my people. This is my mission. May I never take the moment if I fail. She looked to the east, where the sun will rise and the day begin. She stamped her hoofs in determination and announced, I go! Dorothy Hoos marched down the Intrigue corner. She launched herself into the winter sky, shouting, Forward Equestria! Huzzah! Oh dear, Twilight. Oh dear, thought Twilight. Nothing good will come to that. Chapter 2. The Audition. Ponyville Town Hall smelled of sawdust. The carpenters were busily at work, setting up the seats and arranging the scaffolding required to play for the play's lighting and mechanical effects. Rainbow Dash buzzed around the hall, encouraging, scolding, and congratulating her crew. Octavia looked about. All right, the orchestra pit is small, but my string quartet will be able to manage. Goodness knows we've played more smaller venues. Final scribes called out. Yo, RD, where do I set it up? Be right there, Vinyl, called Rainbow, as she fussed with the detailed lighting. Downstage, the auditions weren't going well. Oh, no! Rarity, the unicorn, was quite clear on the subject. She stamped her hoof. No! But Rarity, said Twilight Sparkle, I already have my costume. Twilight held out the brown cloak of Clover the Clever. She drew it over herself. See, it even covers my wings. I look like a normal unicorn. Twilight! Dear Twilight! Rarity began. I simply cannot allow a princess of Equestria to appear in public looking like a bag of turnips! Really, darling, it's bad enough you wish to be a performer. Your proper place is up there! Rarity said, waving towards the rafters. Madame Mayor has set aside a lovely box seat just for you and your entourage. She calls it the princess's booth. From there, you may look down upon all of Ponyville. To Twilight's eye, the princess's booth looked like the cheap seats in the nosebleed section. Twilight stamped in frustration. I don't want to look down at any pony. I just want to be part of the show. Rarity stepped up to Twilight Sparkle and looked at her in the eye. Very seriously. Twilight, Rarity said, I respect you more than any pony I know, but you must understand this, dear. You are a princess now, and being a princess entails certain community obligations. You do not wish to look down on any pony, and I love you for that, but there are many who wish to look up to you. You inspire hope and greatness in others. Perhaps you do not yet realize how excited our Ponyville is to have you living among us. This is your destiny, darling. My most sincere apologies, Your Highness, if I have spoken out of place. Twilight looked down. She's right. I'm an Alicorn now. I'm not authentic like Derpy. Maybe I don't have a place in the show anymore. Maybe I should be happy to sit up in the booth and watch. But I still want help. I could sell tickets, she thought, or clean up afterwards. Hey, see, Turnip could probably use some more volunteers for the maintenance crew. I guess I've been too proud, assuming I'd be in the cast. I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe I just don't belong in Ponyville anymore. Rainbow Dash flew down. Twilight! Great! Glad you're here finally! You're my Princess Platinum! I'm what now? That's right. I'm casting an actual princess as a princess. Is that authentic or what? Rainbow Dash squealed with excitement. Why, that's an excellent idea, darling, said Rarity. I can whip up 1,000 gowns for you in no time. So traditional, yet splendid. Gloves of lace and rich brocade, but pure jewels to reflect the fashions of the period. Oh, and the capes and trains that were so long and delicious. And the most precious little shoes. Wonderful. If you must appear on stage, Twilight, you can at least present yourself as a proper princess. But I wanted to be clever to clever, thought Twilight. I read her commentaries, front to back, across the centuries. I heard her speaking to me, mind to mind, as another apprentice to a higher power. Maybe this is what I was telling Derpy. Stepping out of your shoes is hard. Maybe I'll gain insights from being a Princess Platinum. I'll do it, decided Twilight Sparkle, Princess of Equestria. I'll do my best. Let's get started. If I'm to play Princess Platinum, who will play clever to clever? Twilight held out her brown robe to Rarity. Rarity batted her eyes. Thank you so much for thinking of me, darling. But as much as I would love to wear a potato sack in front of all the Ponyville, I'm far too busy to properly represent the role. Ever since your coronation, the orders for 4 copies of my gowns just keep pouring in. I'm glad to donate my efforts to costume design, but I can't fully participate in the company at this time. Please forgive me. Me! There's me! Called the voice from the wings. Pick me! Lyra Heartstrings galloped on stage. The minty green unicorn bounded across the boards and seized the cloak of Clover the Clever. She swept the cloak about her and posed dramatically. At your service, Your Highness, she declared, bowing low. Well, said Rainbow Dash, tipping her clipboard, you did audition for both Clover and Platinum. According to my notes, pretty awesome, but it could be more awesome, I suppose. Yes, cried Lyra, jumping around Twilight. You count on me, Princess. I'll study hard. I won't let you down. Twilight was touched by Lyra's undisguised enthusiasm. Was this how Celestia felt when she chose me as her student? This pride? This joy for another? You'll be great as Clover. You'll be a great Clover, Lyra, declared Twilight. Come on, let's say our lines together. I think I have an insight or two about Clover that I can share with you. Brutal Dash! Cried Twilight Sparkle. You simply can't do this! Oops, trouble with the talent, thought Rainbow Dash. The set of Hearthwarming Eve was coming along. The gross work, the seating, the lighting, the sound, and the organization of the house was complete. Now came the fiddly bits. The sets, the timing of the lights and music, the working in the mechanicals, the hours of rehearsal, discovering the sections of the play that didn't work, the revisions, just successes, and the part that every play director stressed over. So she couldn't quite control them. The actors. Twilight stormed across the stage, fire in her eyes. What's that, Twi? Asked Rainbow Dash with feigned innocence. Certain woes follow. I read through your script. You add a villain to your Hearthwarming Eve story, as said Twilight Sparkle. It's a story about the tender reconciliation of 3 Pony tribes, and you added a villain! Rainbow Dash nodded to pull Twilight aside. Twilight, let me put this bluntly. The old Hearthwarming Eve story is boring. We've all heard it before. You gotta care, you gotta share, blah! Hearthwarming Eve needs some punching up. Let's add some intrigue, excitement, suspense. Just suppose that everything you know about Hearthwarming Eve is wrong. Then how do you feel? Excited, right? No! Shouted Twilight. She burned her script. You made Star Swirl the bearded villain! How could you do this? Ravenous drug. Scheming advisor to Unicorn King. Evil sorcerer. It's a classic setup, really. Plus, he's got a beard. I've examined the Daring Do novels closely, Twilight. Evil mastermind usually has a beard. He was a great wizard! A scholar! There's a whole chef's diet devoted to his works in the Camelot Library! Raged Twilight. And yet, Ravenous said, raising her hoof dramatically, he couldn't complete a spell without destiny and friendship. The very spell that you were able to finish. How about that? Well, it's true. Twilight tapping into her scare. As he grew older, Darkworld the Beard became more reclusive, working alone in his library, far into the night, collecting secrets from ancient tomes. Twilight glanced away, a worried inward look. Ravenous nodded knowingly. Villain! That side. Look, Twilight, it's like this. The audience needs a villain. Someone to carry away the bad things in the story, so it won't happen again. They need a villain to experience catharsis. Twilight blinked. Did you just use the word catharsis in a sentence? I pronounced it correctly, said Ravenous. Oh, how about you, Crown? Thought Twilight. I couldn't believe at first that you would really write and direct a play, but look at you now. You developed a theme, one I personally don't agree with, but still, and are defending it intelligently. I'm sorry, Rainbow. I should have noticed earlier how much stronger you become. Look, Twilight, said Ravenous. You gotta trust me. I know what I'm doing. Twilight smiled warmly at her friend. I do trust you, Rainbow. I have complete faith in you. Lead the way. Thanks, Twilight. I appreciate your. Whoa! Hey, you! Yeah, I'm talking to you! Don't put those tools down on my stage! Somebody can trip over them! Sorry, Twilight. I've got to deal with this. It's okay, said Twilight, amused as Ravenous streaked off. You changed, but I think you still enjoy bossing their opponents around. Chapter 3. Marigold, Pudding, and Pie. Miss Cheerily had decided that the Hearthwarming Eve play was a suitable project for her students, so the whole class turned out. Sweet Belle had proudly led the children's chorus. Applebloom, also in the chorus, snuck around backstage, looking at the sets. She and Mr. Breezy had a grand old time, discussing the details of the stage effects. Goodle had been cast at prizes pantsing. She tried out after Dorothy hooves everywhere. The cringing Earth Ponies, Diamond Tiara and Trouble Shuffle, Thirst number 1 and number 2, had very little to do. We out for festivals, we couldn't, that is for us. So Truffle was introducing Diamond to the subtleties of the 3-card mods and suggesting that Diamond put forward a few bits. Just to keep the game interesting, Truffle explained. Diamond, fascinated, opened her purse. Snips, Nails, and Twist, in the Window Girl costumes, tore around backstage making woo sounds at every pony. Featherwhite took pictures and pumped Pipsqueak laugh. Out front, Madame Mayor Marigold of Ponyville will try confidently to the center of the stage. Madame Mayor, that's not your mark, said Ravenous. Your place is stage right. Can I get a baby spot for the mayor? Great, there you go. Marigold marched back to the stage. She tilted her glasses down towards Ravenous. Rainbow gave her the high sign. And so the story began. The zoning committee has reviewed the proposed statute, limiting the height of the hedges within the city limits of Ponyville, and determined. Wait, are these the right notes? There was a pause as Marigold shuffled her stacks of clipboards. Down in the audience, Spike grumped. You could have put me on stage. She gave me the town hall for a month, whispered Ravenous beside him. What was I supposed to do? Stage the play in the library? Ah! Here they are! Announced Mayor of Ponyville. She cleared her throat, and so the story began again. Once upon a time, the company was rehearsing the summit, the tempestuous meeting of the 3 tribes. Dorothy the Court King, Princess Platinum, announced the steward. Twilight Sparkle stepped on the stage, head held high to the call of trumpets. Of course I hold my head up. What choice do I have with this much lace? Twilight thought. All this stiff brocade and this cape? I'm not a princess, I'm a bard! What's the deal with these little shoes? Still, Princess Platinum remembered Rary's lessons and sailed sedately on stage. A ship of state, for the gallery. Her folks applauded her. Her opponents, the ambassadors of Earth and Sky, solemnly gave way. As every eye turned towards her, Twilight finally understood. I'm not just myself anymore. I am Unicornia. Spike had helped Twilight research her role, And Spike, bless him, had discovered Princess Platinum's journals in a neglected vault in Carolot Library. The early part of the journals were, to be honest, tedious. Platinum was small-minded, petty, and vindictive, obsessed with the tiny quarrels between the members of her court. She recorded only the little victories of this or that courtier and gloated on the disappointments of every point around her. But also, Twilight noted, in light of Rainbow Dash's play, wasn't there just a hint or there of restlessness, of a rivalry between Princess Platinum and Clover the Clever? In her disparaging comments towards Clover, wasn't Platinum actually expressing her desire to be her father's faithful steward and counselor, and not just a decorative addition to his table? Around the time of Hearthwarming Eve, after a few complaints about the difficulty of taming this excellent fabric or that favorite trait, the journals broke off. Then, more than a year later, the journals resumed. What difference? Twilight thought, as he swept through the pages. In contrast to the dull, rambling entries from before, the entries after were tight, concise, and businesslike. They were filled with decisions made and actions taken. Platinum was entirely devoted to developing Nova Unicornia, as she insisted on calling the new land, into a homeland for her folk. She faithfully recorded her conferences with the Table of Three, which she, Vice Chancellor Mark Cookie, and Sergeant Major Pansy would eventually publish the Declaration of Equestria, foundation of the nation of the three tribes. Hearthwarming Eve freed her, Twilight thought. It broke the narrow walls of her old life. She escaped to discover her true destiny and herself. She changed, and she became stronger. Princess Twisparkle stepped onto the stage, head held high to the call of trumpets. I am not just myself anymore. I am Unicornia. I am the pride, power, and purpose of my people. I am the vessel of their strength and hope. I am not yet who I will be, she thought, as she looked haughtily across the stage. Now I am small. When I am great, you will not know me then. So be it! She glanced across the stage at the ponies and the Pegasi, and favored them with her consideration. Now then, about the food, and the storm, she thought as she moved towards with determination. Clover, attend me, she said. As the rehearsal went on, Twilight couldn't help but grin to herself. Aha! I have guessed your secret, Princess Platinum. As much as you try to hide it, beneath your manners and your fancy dresses, you are a good pony. You are worthy of respect. I will do my best to honor you. This has too big, objected Applejack. No, your head's too small, laughed Pinkie Pie. The rehearsals for Hearthwarming continued. On stage were Chancellor Puddinghead, Applejack, and Smart Cookie, Pinkie Pie. They were rehearsing the Off to the New Land scene, the set post that would propel the rest of the drama. The scene began with Smart Cookie in a lonely peasant hut, blowing pensively to her bubble pipe. Suddenly, there was a disturbance on the hearth. For the umpteenth time, Chancellor Puddinghead landed in the fireplace with a dusty flump. Well, here I am, she announced unnecessarily, shaking her head. Ah, Puddinghead, excellent, she observed Smart Cookie. Smart Cookie flipped towards the fireplace. She paused to blow a few bubbles from her pipe. My dear Chancellor, you have always had a flair for the dramatic entrance. A flare? What? Am I on fire? Put me out! Puddinghead jumped off, banging her head against the mantelpiece. She staggered dizzily across the floor, slipped on an imaginary banana peel, and face planted on the stage. Well done, Puddinghead, applauded Smart Cookie. Good show, so droll. 2 rows from backstage, Rainbow Dash sighed. What's wrong, Rainbow? asked Twisparkle, who sat beside her. They are much better this time. Better than the last 12 times, at least. Up on stage, Puddinghead wobbled onto her hooves. She looked at Smart Cookie. Knock, knock! Oh, come on, hissed Rainbow Dash. Maybe you're about to ask, who's there? Replied Smart Cookie, cocking an eyebrow. Well, said Mr. Puddinghead. Madam who? Inquired. Madame who's stuck in the fireplace! Declared Puddinghead. She grinned unexpectedly at the imaginary audience. Rainbow Dash thumped her head with her clap forward. She is such a block of wood. Rainbow Belt Dash. Be kind, cautioned Twisparkle. Sure, I'll wait. Wait, who told you my middle name? Twi smiled. I'm a princess. Princesses just know these things. Oh, so I talked to your mom and dad after your coronation, grinned Twisparkle. They had so many funny stories to tell me about their little rainbow belle. Really, that's gross. Not Dad! Mom! You traitors! No. Oh, your secret's safe with me, said Twilight, batting her eyes, as long as you obey. Come on, Twilight, oh, what is this now? Oh, what is this now? Exasperated Rainbow Dash, turning back to the stage. You know what time it is when the elephant sits on your face? Asked Pinhead. Catch a message from Pray and like to meet dear Pinhead, replied Smart Cookie, examining your bubble pipe. Time to build new fights! That's Pinhead, grinning towards the empty theater. Alright, that's it! Said Rainbow Dash, tossing down her clipboard. Elephant jokes. Are you fucking kidding me? Shouted Rainbow Dash, charging across the stage. Suppose there are elephants in the audience. Where are you going to apologize to them? I got another joke, said Pinhead. Okay, let's hear it, Rainbow Dash, impatiently. Pinhead looked down and muttered something. What was that? Asked Rainbow Dash. I didn't catch it. Pinhead cleared his throat. Oh, sorry, so he said in a raspy voice. I'm a little hoarse. Observed Smart Cookie idly. Tish! Near that side. Applejack, Pinky, come here. She waited to them. 3 points hold. You know, Rainbow said quietly, I love both you guys. I know, say it, said Applejack, leading the bears. I love you both you more than both of you see ya! Same Pinkie Pie, slowly be blunt. You guys stink, said Rainbow. Let's face it, you can come out here and tell all corny jokes all day long, but nobody will ever think you're stupid or clumsy. You're amazingly competent at everything you do, from farming to building to baking to caring for your family and friends. And you can run a quarter-mile at a speed that impresses even me. So you're just not a very convincing Pinhead. Thanks. I know you like to act a clown, but you're wicked smart and super friendly. Twilight can learn a thing or two from you. Nobody who knows you will believe that you could just stand around detached, aloof, tut-tutting like some poncy careless swell. Everybody knows you love being in the thick of things. You love to laugh. Watching you struggle to hold yourself in gives me a bellyache. Girls, I appreciate you wanting to swap your roles and mix things up, but to make the show, I have to ask you to go back to the characters you played last year in Camelot. Applejack took off her Pinhead hat. Well, to be honest, it's a lot harder to be funny than I thought. I don't know how that one manages it, but not Mickey. But Pinkie Pie hiccupped a gray of colorful bubbles. It's a gift, she read. And you're right, Rainbow Dash. The play would be a lot more fun for me if I could just run around the stage and be more like myself. 2 questions though. Okay, said Rainbow Dash with a rare look. Can I get the bow pipe? Asked Pinkie. I really like his prop. I can point gesture exactly with it. Alright, said Rainbow Dash. Just don't blow into it when another actor is speaking. It'll distract the audience. Second question? Pinkie turned away, briefly away, turned back. She now sported a neat little black mustache. She gave Rainbow a questioning look. No! Said Rainbow Dash. Why don't you two take a break? Swap your hats, study your lines, come back in an hour. We'll pick it up then. Okay, said Pinkie. Thanks, Rainbow. That's a big straightens off my wish. See you in an hour. Great. Thanks for understanding, guys. Rainbow Dash tried back up to Twilight and slumped down, relieved. You did very well, Rainbow Belle, said Twilight. You were beautiful. Oh, shut up, said Rainbow Dash, embarrassed. You better ready up your game. The show must go on.